In today's episode, we're diving into one of the most critical and complex regulations affecting truck drivers across America: hours of service, or HOS. This regulation is a crucial part of the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration's, or FMCSA's, efforts to keep our roads safe by preventing driver fatigue. We'll explore what HOS regulations entail, the daily and weekly limits truckers need to abide by, and the penalties for violations. Part 1. Understanding HOS Basics. The HOS regulations are found under Title 49 of the Code of Federal Regulations, Part 395. This set of rules governs the maximum amount of time drivers can be on duty or behind the wheel. It also dictates how much rest drivers must have between shifts. Driving limit under 49 CFR Part 395, a driver may drive for a maximum of 11 hours after 10 consecutive hours off duty. 14-hour window drivers are allowed to operate within a 14-hour period, but once those 14 hours are up, they must take a rest break of at least 10 hours. Rest break requirements. After 8 consecutive hours of driving, drivers must take a 30-minute break. 60/70-hour limit. The regulations cap the total on-duty hours to 60 hours in 7 days or 70 hours in 8 days, depending on whether a company operates vehicles every day of the week. Part 2. The purpose behind the rules. HOS rules were implemented to reduce accidents caused by fatigued drivers. Research shows that truck drivers who work long hours without breaks are at higher risk of causing accidents. Fatigue can impair reaction times, judgment, and overall safety on the road. However, many drivers find the rules restrictive, especially when faced with tight delivery deadlines. Part 3. Common challenges with compliance. For truck drivers, one of the toughest challenges is balancing these regulations with the realities of the road. Traffic jams, breakdowns, and loading delays can all make it difficult to stay within the hours of service limits. Electronic logging devices, or ELDs, are now required to track hours in real time, leaving little room for error. Drivers who accidentally exceed their hours can face heavy fines or even suspension of their driving privileges. Part 4. Impact on drivers. Hours of service regulations can be both a safety net and a source of stress. For long-haul drivers, strict adherence to the rules can sometimes mean sitting idle for hours, even when they're just a few miles from their destination. On the flip side, the regulations do ensure that drivers aren't pushed beyond their limits, reducing fatigue-related accidents. Conclusion: hours of service regulations are among the most vital rules truck drivers must follow, but they also present unique challenges in the day-to-day life of drivers. Understanding and navigating these rules is essential not only for avoiding penalties, but also for ensuring that everyone stays safe on the road.